This is the first trail in a journey that we have moving our way across over to Oregon, down into Nevada, and eventually to the Rubicon Trail. This was a badge of honor trail that we noticed, and so it got incorporated into our route. And it was really, really a fun trail and a cool experience to get to do before the Rubicon.
Alright, we're heading to the start of the High Rock Trail. Not quite there yet, but within a couple of miles we'll be on the High Rock Jeep Trail, and that'll lead us down to the Black Rock Desert. And then we're going to head out through Gerlach. Officially on the High Rock Canyon Road. Been on for a few miles. So far it's mostly just a rutted dirt road, but it's kind of pretty. I'm staying back out of the dust, but supposedly there's some really cool canyons and a couple water crossings on here that'll be fun. So it's nice. It's only 88 degrees and it's July, so it's kind of overcast. It's kind of nice.
Stevens Camp has been in use since 1840. As it was a stop, this spring was known to Native Americans, and it eventually became a place where, on the Applegate-Lassen Trail, where they would also stop. And like I said, this goes back to the 1840s. So.
A little spot called Stevens Camp. It's right here at the beginning of the trail. They have an outhouse, a nice spring with water running through, and your first creek crossing. Up till now, the trail has just been a dirt road with a couple of ruts, but I think we might have some fun from here on. The end of the line of 4 vehicles, so we're staying back a bit because a lot of powdery dust on the road, so they're quite a bit ahead of us, but still mostly 2-wheel drive, so I haven't seen anything yet that warrants 4-wheel drive, right?
Nope, nothing yet.
And it's just a nice drive through the sagebrush. Tall sagebrush.
It's putting me to sleep.
Yeah, Catherine's going to sleep. She's not getting shoes on this one.
Oh, not yet.
It's like yellow rock, black rock.
Bump, bump, bump. Did you ever ride a wump?
children and their children and their children. May his favor be upon you and 1,000 generations, and your family, and your children and their children and their children. May his favor be upon you and 1,000. Lord bless you and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. Lord, turn
From our experience on the trail anyway, this was probably a 2 or maybe a 3. In other words, I think a stock 4x4 could go through it. We never really had to use our clearance. The mud wasn't deep, sticky mud. There seemed to be bottoms in all the mud holes. We never had to use lockers. Four-wheel drive low was mostly just to control your speed on some of the whoops and stuff, but it was a very scenic trail. It was a lot prettier than in there than some of the scenery that we had seen getting there. So overall, we like the trail. We'll probably never be back because it's way out of the way to get there. After finishing the High Rock Trail, there's a way you can take to immediately circle back and head back to the highway. We added a couple hours to our journey and decided to go deeper in for the next portion of this journey, where we were going to kind of have an otherworldly experience. you put your feet on the Playa for the first time, you'll notice that it's not solid and it's not sand. It almost feels like a sponge or like a souffle, like there's a hard crust on top of something squishy underneath, which makes you a little nervous at first, but after you get used to driving on it, it is really a blast.
That looks like rain, so I think we need to go. Out here is where Burning Man is. I see they got some poles out here, probably marking how to get to Burning Man.
Think.
Here we are.
Rain's coming.
Black Rock Desert.
And the Playa.
Racing across the Playa. thing, we have lots of gas. Well, we're more than halfway. What do you think? There's the town, the thriving metropolis of Gerlach. That's where we're coming out.
Looks cool with the sun shining on it. Sparkly.
The warnings that you read when you read about driving out here on the Playa is that if you start to sink, turn around. And that's what happened on our journey to across this, is all of a sudden we started sinking like 1 inch to 2 inches to 3 inches. So we all immediately turned around and went back where we had seen a road that went out to where the Burning Man is held, and we went in a road. By road, I mean it's just a hard packed area on the Playa. We went back to that and used that to exit instead of trying to get directly to Gerlach. Find an exit ramp. It was getting muddy out there in the middle. Thanks for watching the video. If you stay tuned, I have a 3-part series on the Rubicon Trail coming up. And I'm going to call it the real Rubicon because it'll probably show you things that don't make it to many videos, because we recorded a lot of the trail that isn't a named obstacle, just to kind of show you how grueling and brutal the trail really can be. It'll be followed by a 4th video in which we will show you the undersides of all 5 vehicles before and after the trail.